Did I commit a criminal offense? Of course I did. Or, none of this, I wouldn't be making this video right now. What kind of legal history do I have? Am I a criminal? Well, I got a couple speeding tickets when I was a teenager because I built a 450 plus horsepower V8 Vega. And so, let me see where I want to go with this now. Now it's raining, also appropriate weather. And so, unfortunately, I had to rely on, or at the time I thought it was unfortunate, I had to rely on the public defender. Well, the supervisor of the Public Defenders Association in Snohomish County, Washington, his name is Bill Jaquette. He looked at my case and decided to take it up personally because it was outrageous. It took 10 months of the ping pong game of back and forth between my legal counsel and the prosecuting attorney or district, whatever she was. That's the game. It's a dance. The dance took 10 months in my case. At my hearing, I had requested a bench hearing. I entered an Alford plea. The Alford plea states basically that you wish to be judged by the judge and sentenced by the judge. He acts as jury and judge both. The reason being that you feel that you would be unfairly convicted by any reasonable jury based on evidence or lack thereof. Right? Pay attention to those last words. So I entered an Alford plea and requested a judge hear my case and sentence me. And I was confident. And the judge in my case said, when I stood before him, he looked up and laughed. He literally laughed and said, "You have no criminal history, you have no legal past." At which point I confessed to the speeding tickets when I was a kid. And again he laughed. His finding was, obviously, he said you've never been late with your child support. No, and I told him, no, sir. I told him, no, sir. I'm a clinical engineer who works his ass off, and, I take my responsibility seriously, Your Honor. And he thought for a moment, and you want to talk about a heart ready to drop right through the goddamn floor. I was about either to go walk free that night or go off to prison. This whole time I sat in a county jail waiting for my hearing. And he thought for a moment, and he said, it's obvious that something terrible happened in your life. And he said, you're a responsible citizen who had something terrible happen in your life, in my opinion. He said, I'm willing to take a chance and sentence you to 136 months of supervised provision, 136 months of community supervision, and 5 years and completion of the SOSA program. I won't talk about that, what that is. You can look it up. You can find out yourself. So that was my sentence. I went free that day in Seattle, Washington. A homeboy who gets homesick dumped into the streets of Seattle. And that's why I have PTSD symptoms from that now. It's not jail. I have two types of nightmares, medical ones and nightmares. Like last night I had two of these where lost in the streets of Seattle. Well, I'm not lost, but the metro system has changed. All the numbers are, none of them are familiar with me to me anymore. And I have a $20 bill in my pocket, and so I'm unable to make correct change for the bus. And that's fine. You can slide a 20 in if you want. And I go for my cell phone and turn it on, and it boots up into a strange screen that I don't recognize, and none of the contacts are my own. There are no contacts in it. And I'm utterly lost as to what to do. And so, here we are today. I'm going to pause you and think for a second. Hang on. And so here we are today. What did I do when I was released? First thing I did was get the fuck on out of there. And I quickly got a job as a lead maintenance person for a high-rise mixed residential commercial unit in the Capitol Hill region of Seattle. The commercial space was the ground floor, and I was a lead maintenance person there. So I did that until I completed my community supervision. Then I got the fuck on out of Seattle and came home to Michigan. So there you go, man. That's why the FCC has not taken action on my license. You know what I mean? Hang on, let's go outside. I pause you. Blizy, come on outside, Blizy. Yeah, come outside. Come out to the garden. Come on. And so, here we are today, guys. How do you like that for a story? I fully expect... Would you like to see my maters? What an idiot, man. I fully expect most of the people here to flee in horror. I say that half jokingly. Man, you guys are the greatest guys in the whole world. Why am I zoomed in? Hang on. Because I was zoomed in. Yeah, not used to the wildebeest. Wrapping my hands around the neck of the wildebeest phone. So anyway, man, boy, this video is going to be a nightmare to edit. Yet I know I have to, because I screwed up a couple times. Let's go check out the Michigan cacti. Whoops, the Michigan silly stick. Damn thing works like gangbusters. It's ridiculous. What's even more ridiculous is the 1-inch extension I added to lower the resonant frequency from the 10 meter to the 11 meter band. Oh, how low can life go? Oh man, that's the tragedy right there. Oh man, I did pretty good with my cussing. I'm pretty proud of myself. But guys, seriously, man, yeah, I had to answer yes. I have a felony conviction in my past. And it seems the FCC, I don't know what they're up to, man. I've said it before, say it again. They're either freaking confused as what the hell to do with me. Like, they were forced to put the F question on there, and it's like with no clear path as to what to do with the yeses. Or they're making an example out of me, turning old Chucky boy Blowzo into a token. Or whatever, man. And like I said, the FCC's, in their world, amateur radio isn't even a drop in the bucket, man. So, that's what I've got, guys. I better shut the hell up in the hope that I can actually edit this thing. And I thank you for watching all my past videos. I've done some useful, I'd like to think I made some useful ones. I've done a hell of a lot of silly ones because it's a it's a lot of fun, and it's a great release for me. Right? So, with all my heart, I thank you for every comment you've ever left, for every view you've ever done, for all of your kindness, your exceedingly kind-hearted comments. A couple times I was offered some advice that wasn't so easy, and it was greatly appreciated. We've got a storm on the way, man. Thunder off in the distance. It was raining earlier. Anyway, better shut up. So, thanks, guys. Will I be back? Well, I will. Next on my to-do list, and I'm going to try to get it done this coming week, is I want to build myself some homebrew open wire ladder line. Probably only like 300 ohm stuff. I'm going to have relatively close spacing between the wires. And I'm going to build the loop on ground. Boy, do I have some testing I want to do with that. I really do. You don't need a great match when receiving. You just don't. The difference in your signal strength you're receiving is negligible between a perfect match and a 10 or 20 to 1 match. I know this to be true. I've tested this with my Z match. What I'd like to do is to find a convenient way of making the loop on ground close enough of a match on every ham band that you don't have to do anything to change bands. Wouldn't that be cool? Might be 3 people left to see the video when I do it, but guys, thank you. And from Blizy and I, be well, take care, and 73. Bye now.